Hi YouTube. My name is Josh and I have schizophrenia. So yeah, where do I even start? Um, well, I started getting symptoms when I was about 14 and they were pretty heavy, man, to say the least. Uh, I remember I was in my English class, the ninth grade, and I looked up. I was minding my own goddamn business, and I looked up, and my teachers were looking at me and they were looking at me in such a weird way that I felt unsure about myself. And that was the first time in my life I ever felt unsure about myself. It got to the point where we started communicating telepathically, and they were telling me that I was stupid, I was a bad person, and that I deserved to live a bad life. I was in shock, I guess. I mean, it's weird, like, because I never told anybody that this happened. Um, Not for many years. Uh, it's weird. The thing with schizophrenia is you're just confused, meaning that part of you believes it's real, and the other part of you doesn't know what to think. Uh, it was a trip, man. I mean, I've hallucinated so much, and I had so many delusions. Um, Life's been pretty crazy for me. Um, let's see. That when I was 14. I am 26 years old now, and it took me 11 years to finally snap out of it. Um, I remember sitting there in my room on my 25th birthday, and I remember I was looking at myself. I think I was looking at my hands, and I just told myself that I can't listen to my delusions anymore, and I have to be my own man. And that's exactly what I did. I kind of just snapped out of it. It was a weird feeling, um, because I didn't know what to do. I felt 11 years of my life was wasted for nothing. And I was I was felt pretty lost. Didn't feel a sense of purpose, because that's important in life. Um, is to feel a sense of purpose. I am an Army veteran. Um, I was actually diagnosed with schizophrenia while I was in the Army. So I was medically discharged for that, and I've been getting care from the VA ever since. And that was about when I was 22 years old, 21, 22. Actually, yeah, yeah, about 21. And I've been getting care from the VA ever since. And I'm on like three different kinds of medications. Um, no, I've never been a drug addict. Um, I was born with it. I can go on and on about the crazy life stories that I have. of just how fucked up my delusions are. Um, I wouldn't wish schizophrenia on my worst enemy. It is the most debilitating disease that I can even think about because it you get reduced to nothing. Um, I remember when this was right after the army. I was about 22 years old, and I felt so low and so depressed, and all I can think were just negative thoughts. And the best way I can describe it was that I was in a dark place, just surrounded, bombarded by negative thoughts. All I can think were negative thoughts about myself, about other people, about my life, about anything in general. And I became so low that I started, I was depraved, basically. I had a depraved mind. And I remember my, I'm still getting telepathic messages from my teachers from high school. And this was about 4 years after I graduated. And I was just thinking to myself, like, what the hell, dude? Why are they so bothering me? Because, I'm not even in high school anymore. Like, what's their problem, man? So I started thinking desperate thoughts. And I came up with the idea that if I go out and hurt my teachers, they would stop bothering me. As soon as I started having these thoughts, another thought came to me. And it was like, it was the best way I can describe it was like since I was in such a dark place that this thought was like a light, and it bubbled up from the my depths of my mind and came up the surface, and this thought told me that not all bad things that happen last forever. And as soon as I had this thought, I felt so bad for wanting to hurt my teachers. Um, the best in the way I can describe it is I was going down, 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 down for so long in my life that I hit rock bottom, and from this moment on, I clung on to hope, and I've been slowly coming back um, up to where I'm now, where I feel much better. Um, my schizophrenic symptoms are very minor now. Um, I still deal with a lot of depression. That's something I see therapy for and take antidepressants. But I'm thankful to be alive today and not doing those desperate things where I used to think so long ago. So by making this video, I'm hoping that I can inspire people to have empathy for each other, because I knew I needed it when I was in the dumps. Uh, you know, you can't judge a book by its cover. Like, just because somebody's a jerk to you doesn't mean that they're not suffering and they need help. 'Cause that was me. Because I didn't care about anybody's feelings back then. Um, yeah, I was just a savage, bro. So, anyway, that's my intro video, uh, a gist of my life, basically, of my experience with schizophrenia and how I've come along and overcome most of my obstacles that life has dealt me. So, peace out, YouTube.